All right, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you aboard the Thursday edition of the Steve Malzberg Show from our New York City studios. And big show today, lots of big name guests. But first I want to just bring you terrible news, of course, today out of Hoboken, New Jersey, where a New Jersey Transit commuter train crashed. Pulling into the Hoboken stop, it was going so fast. They say it was literally flying. It was off the ground. And it rammed through a wall and into the station itself. At least one person killed, a couple seriously injured, and that one person who the first known death was from a person on the platform. About 75 to 100 injured. Just horrific. They say when they found the driver or engineer of the train, he was slouched over and unresponsive. I would imagine so. But what happened? You know, mechanical failure, human failure, sabotage, who knows? But we will find out as time goes on. So our thoughts and prayers are with the people and the loved ones of those involved in today's horrific commuter train crash in Hoboken, New Jersey. Not far from where I passed by it driving into work every day, and I heard the sirens this morning. And awful. Okay. You know what's going on with the Clinton. Hillary Clinton brings up Donald Trump, women, Miss Universe, the whole thing. And so Chelsea Clinton weighs in on Donald Trump's threat. Remember, he said, I could have said something very terrible about your family, Hillary, but Chelsea, I didn't want to say it in front of Chelsea. So Chelsea weighs in a magazine interview. Let's put it up. And candidly, I don't remember a time in my life when my parents and my family weren't being attacked. And it just sort of seems to be in that tradition, unfortunately. And what I find most troubling by far are Trump's, and we talked about this when you interviewed me the night before the Iowa caucuses, are Trump's continued relentless attacks on whole swaths of our country and even our global community, women, Muslims, Americans with disabilities, a Gold Star family. I mean, that to me is far more troubling than whatever his most recent screed against my mom or my family is. All right. So Juanita Broaddrick, who has accused Bill Clinton of severe sexual assault, and Hillary accused Hillary of threatening her after she accused Bill Clinton of sexual assault. And she was interviewed by Lisa Myers on NBC many years ago. Of course, that's the only major TV interview she had. I interviewed her many times on my radio show on WABC over the years. And so she took to Twitter and said this: Chelsea, you said you don't remember a time in your life that your parents weren't being attacked. Next. There's a very good reason for this. Your parents are not good people. Next. Your father was and probably still is a sexual predator. Your mother has always lied and covered up for him. And it goes on and on and on. And good for her. Good for her. You know, this is insane. I actually had heard Chris Cuomo on CNN today to a Trump surrogate who said, Clinton did much worse to women and Hillary, helped do it and covered it up and threatened the women. And Cuomo actually said, yeah, but that's sexual assault. This is verbal assault, as if what Trump is accused of doing to Miss Universe is worse. Insane. Okay, let us move on. Barack Obama responding yesterday to the fact that the Congress, for the first time in his presidency, overrode a veto of his. And there had been, I think, 11 previous vetoes. This one, the 9/11 bill, where 9/11 some family members of the 9/11 victims could sue now Saudi Arabia. And Obama had a good excuse for it.
I didn't expect it, because voting, if you're perceived as voting against 9/11 families right before an election, not surprisingly, that's a hard vote for people to take. But it would have been the right thing to do. I'm concerned, and this is not just my concern. General Dunford, chairman of the Joint Chiefs, said this is a bad idea. Secretary of Defense said it was a bad idea. And then we found out some of the people who voted for it said, frankly, we didn't know what was in it. And there was no debate of it. And it was basically a political vote.
Yeah, the stupid morons in Congress, quite frankly, they come to me and they said, I don't know what was in it. Nobody in Congress talks to him, first of all. He is so full. This is not the first time I've heard him make this claim when a vote goes against him. Not a veto override like this, but yeah, they don't even know. They tell me they didn't even know what was in it. Give me a break. This guy. Here's a young man wearing a Make America Great hat, showed up at the wrong place, apparently, in California, in El Cajon, California. Look what happened to him.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, hey! Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything. Hey, yo, 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 please, please, please.